All right. A tier list of, well, the most common rides at the Perry Fair. MJ, let's start off with your favorite.
What's my favorite, man? Dude, I'ma honestly have to go with the Stinger,
Oh my.
which is this.
The
What are you
most.
thinking of it, Cole?
The Stinger was the worst ride, and then after doing it, became one of the best. So, what are you thinking? I think a solid A.
Man, that's
If you gotta put that bit at S tier, we're gonna have an issue.
Listen, man, the Stinger, it's tall.
Look, man,
you
if
go
you can
upside down.
look, you
you
can
move fast.
you can convince me, but
You know what? You know what? We can leave this in A tier for now. We
okay,
can leave this in
okay,
A tier
okay,
for now.
okay.
All right, all right. What do you want to do next? Let's do
The
let's
Pharaoh.
do the Pharaoh. How do you feel about it?
It's honestly the most okay one out of all of them.
It's a good beginner ride.
It is a great beginner ride because it's very not safe. Like out of all the ones you could fall out of, this is like the only one
Oh
you
yeah.
couldn't.
Nah, you gonna break an arm in this.
Like it's very unsafe, especially because they built the
Hold on
entire
now.
fair
If
in
we're
a
talking
week.
about unsafe, the
Nah,
zipper.
man, that one's the best one.
That,
The Pharaoh, I think it's a B. A.
I think it
What
would
do
be
you
a B.
think?
I think it would be a B because it's a good beginner.
Yeah, it is a great beginner.
Great beginner
B
ride.
for beginner, honestly.
Yeah.
I can see
What
it.
the what the hell? You're a genius. Okay.
No.
What do you want to do next?
Fireball.
Fireball. Okay.
Now,
That's not
I did this ride one single time, and it was fucked.
Dude, I love that ride.
I think it's an S.
You think it's an S?
I personally, the only time I've ever rode it, I thought it was a great. I thought it was great. I loved every second of it, especially because I was playing rock paper scissors with the guy in front of me,
Right.
and it just made the best experience of my life.
I remember witnessing. This was the one where you didn't ride.
Yeah.
And some kid lost his AirPods. They just fell right out of his pocket and landed like on the
The track.
not the track, the top of the like whatever it covers it.
Oh.
And I was like, damn, bro.
Damn.
And he saw it too. Everyone saw it, and we were like, damn. But yeah, no, that ride's fun as fuck, bro.
It's honestly an S.
That's an S tier.
As long as you have nothing in your pockets. If you
Yeah,
have something, if
no.
you have your phone, it immediately goes to F, and we don't even have an F, but it immediately goes there. We should also do an honorable mention. It's not on here, but the Hulk was the first one. It was the first one that was similar to the Stinger, and honestly, the Hulk was like an S tier. It was like the best ride.
Yeah.
It was the one we went back to the most, other than the Stinger and the Zipper.
It's basically the inverse of the Stinger.
It's just a smaller.
Because the Stinger is facing outwards, whereas the Hulk is you're facing inwards and everyone's looking at each other.
It's a lot smaller. It's a lot like the Pharaoh, it just goes upside down.
Yeah.
And more safe. Let's go with the Starship.
Starship.
I feel like that's a solid S.
Dude, the Starship, because
perfect.
When you get in there, it's got the glowing lights,
It's
and
bopping.
the good music.
They made a whole movie out of it recently.
And you spin really fast, and you feel like you're in a drag race.
It's honestly honestly, I think it's S.
And the thing is like, and you think it's oh, this is fine and dandy, but then it starts spinning even faster, and then you start lifting up.
Nah, you can do the
fucking on the wall.
Have you seen the videos where the people like they'll get on their feet and they're just
Oh, I've seen that where he like stands like
yeah
like inverted, dude. Those people have balls, but that is an easy S tier.
Yeah, easy S.
Easy.
I don't know what you mean.
Tier.
Let's do the swings.
Swings.
The very bottom after
Okay.
our picture. The swings, dude. This is a hard choice. Because it's not the word, but it's not
relaxing.
The best. It is a great
It's
view.
relaxing. You get to see the whole fair
If you got balls, you can have your phone up there and take a picture.
Yeah.
Not me though.
You know we are not balling like that. Not happening.
Do B?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to agree with B. B makes the most
It's just-
sense.
It's just like
it's not bad.
I wouldn't even say it's a beginner. It's just kind of like there.
Yeah, it's a fair ride.
Did
Literally.
It get the-
And
Would it go in
metaphorically.
front of the Pharaoh? No. It wouldn't. I like the Pharaoh more than.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like the swings more in the fair because you've got the great view.
You know what? If I actually legitimately wanted to get a photo, I would put it at B. So yeah, I'll let it. We can go higher.
All right.
Well,
all right.
so you think the star? I think the Fireball should definitely go in front of the Starship. I was just thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Bumper cars,
Bumper cars.
Easy,
Oh,
D.
man.
easy. Okay, when you're a kid, bumper cars is the shit. It's the best ride
That's
there.
true. That's true.
It's like, because it's fun. It's a cool 20. No, not 20. Sorry. It's a cool 5 minutes of fun. Getting head trauma. D.
You know.
C.
You know. Yeah, you're right with the
C.
trauma and stuff. Cause like there's always that one kid who just keeps ramming into you, and he won't leave you alone, and he gives you whiplash,
Yeah.
and you just want to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
get out of the car.
And they ruin it for me. You know what I
So,
mean? So that's a
C.
D tier.
D tier? Okay.
D tier.
Okay.
Unless you want to
Nah,
go for C.
D worked too. I was
Alright.
honestly okay with either
All
or.
right. Well, that's a D tier for me.
Okay,
Shit, you want to do
the Magic Maze. It's not really. We didn't have another picture for the Magic Maze, so the best way we had to say it was the Mirror Maze.
Yeah.
So Magic Maze was close enough, but that Mirror Maze was so fun.
It really was.
It was just
though,
it.
you know?
I mean, we're
It's like-
adults and we had fun.
Yeah, it's like
It wasn't
embracing
even-
the child.
It wasn't
inside.
even nostalgic. It was just fun to like run through it.
I'll say it was nostalgic. I mean, especially when you get to the upper level where you're looking in the goofy
Yeah.
mirrors where they make your head look big and then
Yeah.
your waist look thin as
Fat.
ice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, it's an easy A. I cannot put it in S. No.
I don't know. I don't know if it's A though.
You think it's B?
I don't know if that's A, bro.
You think it's B? You think it's C?
No, it's not. It's definitely not C. I think it's B, bro.
Low B? Okay, I can work with
I'm
that.
thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking.
As long as we do the Spider-Man one as A.
Bro, I was gonna put the.
No, you were not gonna put it at C. That Spider-Man was the funnest one for me, man.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, Let's do
go
the
with
Galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You thinking?
How was your experience? It's the biggest roller coaster they have.
Honestly, for our first ride, it was a really nice warm up
Yeah, I'd say so.
because getting my girlfriend to do it was very fun because as we would go down on the steeps, I would push her and she'd be like, "Don't go, don't!" And then like, cause I would make her feel like she's about to fall off. So for almost murdering her, I gotta put that A. What about you?
Honestly, the Galaxy coaster had always been like, that was like, since that was the only valid roller coaster they had, I always thought that would be like, A tier.
Yeah.
That's a valid ride.
It
I
can.
love that
It will
ride.
not beat the Stingray. I'm sorry. Or
Yeah.
the thing, whatever.
It can't beat it, but it can go in the
It
same
can go
tier.
in the same tier.
So what do you want to do next?
Let's go with the other one, the Indy 500,
The Indy.
because it's basically the same
yeah,
thing. It's
this
just
one.
a different experience. Now, being a single coaster, it already loses points for me
Yeah, 'cause
because
you can't ride it with you.
because I remember doing this. See, now when you go to the fair alone, it's like one of the best rides because you're having fun with yourself. You're going around, but like when you have friends, which is most people, getting on the Indy 500 is the lamest experience.
That's true.
But there are some funs, so I think this should be our first C tier.
I think C tier is a good place to put it. It's not exactly whiplash bumper cars,
and it's not exactly the Galaxy.
It's not the Galaxy for sure, but it's not that bad of a ride. The drops are very small.
Yeah.
It's kind of short. Well, that's most of the rides. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a. I think. Which one do you think is actually the longest ride?
The longest ride?
It has to be the swings, right?
I would assume the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, the Ferris
The
wheel.
Ferris wheel makes the most sense to be the longest.
Yeah, or the spinning one, the Starship.
Right.
That one, or yeah, but okay, so let's go to the Ferris wheel now.
Ferris wheel. That's a classic.
That's a
man.
classic. I mean, okay, so we can't rank it on classic because it's not fair.
Okay.
So,
So in
on
terms
it-
of
on it-
enjoyment,
On it, you got on the ride because you were just because everybody else talks about the Ferris wheel and how it's the
Right.
best. You're getting on the ride. You've never been on your entire life. What was your experience? Me, I was like, wow, because you're riding like the funnest and the most exciting rides all day, and you get on the Ferris wheel, you're like, wow.
it's like a cool down.
You're like,
You
yeah,
know?
this is definitely a view.
It gives a nice view. It's basically the cool down. When you're done riding all your other rides, you wrap it
It's
up
the
with
last
the Ferris
one,
wheel.
yeah.
You know. So
So
for me personally,
B,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, B.
I was thinking
It's-
B, honestly.
and it goes. I think it beat the Magic, the mirror maze.
Yes.
Only for the sheer fact that at the end of the day, it's normally a really fun and entertaining little thing. Which one do you want to do next?
Honestly, what is that? I don't
Which
even-
one?
This. I don't even remember what that was.
The Indy 500. No, not the
No.
Indy. Sorry, the one where the music plays really loud and then we spin a circle. The Himalaya.
Oh yes, the Super Himalaya.
That has
Painful.
easy S.
What?
That's so fun.
No. There's a story with this, right?
No.
Because the Super Himalaya, it depends on where you sit.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
You got
because
three-
sit three
yeah.
and three in one cart, and if you get sit on the outside,
Oh,
And-
buddy.
you're not coming out uninjured. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you.
You got middle, and normally they're the ones that are not suffering the most, but they're the ones that most of the time are the ones injuring the person on the
Yep.
outer layer.
Yep.
Because they have no way to grab anything.
Right. And then the person who's on the inside is just holding on to the inner rail for dear life, and it's useless.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
which is why it's easy S.
Easy S tier, just for the sheer fact that
It hurts.
it's painful. I mean,
I
what the
honestly think
hell?
it beat the Fireball.
You know what? Fuck it. It beats the Fireball.
Beat the Fireball. So anyway, the Zipper
The Zipper
is my favorite ride.
That ride. It's
my
you have
favorite
to
ride.
give it credit where credit is due because it's so junky.
Oh my god,
And-
yeah.
It's so not safe at all.
See now, when it comes to whiplash, bumper cars is where it's at. But head trauma or concussions, now
The
that's
Zipper?
that's it. That's perfect.
Zipper's got
It's
you.
right there.
If you want to leave with an ice pack,
That's
you should
perfect.
ride the Zipper.
It's my favorite ride, but I can understand that it's an A tier, and it beats the Galaxy.
I will say this. I think it's an S tier.
You think it beats? I really
Listen.
like. Look, it's my favorite ride, but I won't. I will admit the Stingray or whatever, the one that goes upside down and all that. That one is the funnest. That one was one of the funnest ones of the night.
It was.
But
Um,
honestly, the only reason the Zipper is so fun is because you can't have you gotta have someone you gotta have two skinny people in it.
Right.
Because if you don't, it won't spin as much. And at one point, I remember me and my girlfriend were in it, and her phone and vape just freaking falls out.
Right.
And so she like steps on her vape, and I grab her phone on my foot, and as we're doing this, we're fucking spinning, okay? And we're hitting our heads on everything. And when we got off that ride, we said that was the best thing we ever done in our life.
Greatest ride ever. I almost lost my keys on that ride.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
They
I remember
flew
grabbing
out,
them.
and I reached my hand out. I was like, "Fuck, man, dude."
And you got off, and you were like, "That was so good."
So that's an easy S tier, bro.
I honestly think it. What do you think it beats? I like it more than the Fireball.
Bro, honestly,
I don't know, man. I like walking out of there with hurting a little bit.
The Super Himalaya, you know, it leaves, you know, all these other rides leave, you know, they don't leave anything, but the Super Himalaya leaves you with a couple bruises.
And honestly, those stick with you for at least 2 days.
Yeah, a couple days, you'll be bruised up.
You'll remember.
So, last ride.
Honestly,
The Spider-Man Funhouse?
The only reason I liked it was because me and Colin decided to have a race on it.
Yep.
And I won. But anyway, you know, I don't want to play it. But I thought it was just so fun because if we were just, you know, we weren't racing, we were just trying to get through it.
Would have been boring.
See. But since we were having a
it was
race,
a pretty cool obstacle course.
I would say B.
I'll give it a B.
Behind the magic mirrors, because that magic mirror was nostalgic, and I gotta let it have that. And then the last ride, of course, us 3 in bed. Honestly,
S tier.
Honestly, 10 out of 10.
Why is this image so laggy? I couldn't tell you.
That's one. Honestly,
there it is.
What a night to remember.
But yeah, that was
Gotcha.
that was the fair, the Perry Fair, man. It was
honestly,
a good time.
Those the corn, and the turkey legs.
The sweet corn.
Yeah,
dude, that sweet corn was.
Sweet corn was busting.
It was so good.
And apparently that turkey leg was okay.
Listen to me. Do not buy food from the fair. It's so overpriced.
Look, you might as well go to McDonald's and just pick something up afterwards.
For real. Because, like, you have to get, like, $15 for a lemonade, man.
Dude, it was $20 to eat a turkey leg, and I'm telling you, man, it was the worst $20 I've ever spent in my life.
You could get a whole pizza from Domino's for $8.
I know, right?
You know, whole pizza at the fair, $40 fucking dollars.
Dude, it was. I could eat a whole slice. Was a pizza. It was a whole pizza at Domino's. A large one at that.
Damn.
It just man.
It was fun.
But honestly, it was a fun day.
Great time.
Plus the day we went, it was half off.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only like $32 in all.
Yeah,
for
we had
to
the
get in.
armbands.
So we had the armband, so it was only like $32 for it to get in and have a great time. Honestly, the whole experience is okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Hold on now.
I think it's the memories you make.
Yeah, it's we were with Colin, you know, we were with the girls and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a great time.
It was a great time. I honestly think we'll be going back next year.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then we'll make a part 2.
But we're not gonna spend $40 for a pizza.
Absolutely not. As you should not. I don't think anything is worth $40 at a fair. Now, them jugs were cool. The ones with the Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew and the 3X ones, I like that. Right. I'm sad that I couldn't buy one, but
I'm sorry.
Honestly, that was our fair experience. What would you rate your fair experience?
Overall, I'd say that was a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? I thought it was a 7. Only because we went. Because we went 2 days in a row.
That's true. We did go 2 days in a row.
And it was
so we were tired.
And it was kind of if you go 2 days in a row, you're tired. You're like, God, my back hurts still. But honestly, 7. But anyway, I think that's all we got.
That wraps it up.
Anything else you gotta say?
Don't buy fair food.
Honestly, I think I agree with that. Anyway.
Deuces.